Hi, everybody, and welcome to Brian's Horror Corner. I'm your host, Brian, and welcome to this updated horror collection video as part of my January 2022 series. So today we're going to continue where we left off with my horror DVDs part one. This video is horror DVDs part two. So we're going to be taking a look at all my movies beginning with F through the beginning of S. SC, I believe, it goes through, and then of course I'll do a video three, a part three on the rest of the S's all the way through the Z's. So before I get started with this video, I want to say that I noticed in my last video that I speak too much on the films for what I want these videos to be. I say too much about them, so I'm going to try not to do that the rest of this series. I might mention a word or two about them, if I've seen them or not, but I'm not going to get into the stories and stuff that I seemed to in my last video. So just that little caveat for you. But let's go ahead and get started here on part two of all my horror DVDs here. So first up, we have Final Stab that I have on DVD. I believe this was an early 2000s movie, kind of a Scream ripoff, I think. Haven't actually watched it in a long time. And then we got Flowers in the Attic. I believe it was from 1987. Um, yeah, Flowers in the Attic classic. Um, a very underrated horror movie, in my opinion. That's Frailty with Bill Paxton and Matthew McConaughey. I was kind of blown away the first time I saw this. Very, very creepy. So that's Frailty. I have Todd Browning's Freaks, which is probably the oldest film I have in my collection, to be honest with you, because I think it's from, it doesn't say the year, but it's from a long time ago. So Freaks. Um, then we have the classic 80s horror film Fright Night with Chris Sarandon, Roddy McDowall, and Amanda Bearse. Love this movie. And then we have the horror anthology Vincent Price, From a Whisper to a Scream. Have yet to watch that one. On to my next row, another horror anthology film From Beyond the Grave. Um, have to watch that one yet. Um, then we have From Hell with Johnny Depp and Heather Graham. Have yet to watch that one. Um, Ghost Stories, which is I believe it's a British international horror anthology film. It was actually pretty good. It surprised me when I watched it. I believe I saw that as included as part of my Halloween October series. Hell Night from, I believe it's 1980, 81, somewhere around there. Linda Blair, good movie. Hide and Seek with Robert De Niro and Dakota Fanning. Really good, more of a suspenseful horror movie, but I enjoy it. Um, Another horror anthology, we have Holidays, which I have yet to watch yet. Um, Classic. I haven't seen the second one yet, but I have a double feature of House and House Two from the '80s. Um, I just love the first movie; just so fun. Um, Then I have a more recent one, House at the End of the Street with Jennifer Lawrence, the unrated version. I actually thought this was a really intriguing, interesting story. The first I watched it, I believe it was off Netflix, and I decided to purchase it. Have to watch it again, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. The remake of House on Haunted Hill from 1999. I like it. It's fun. Then we have another 2000s movie, Identity. Really enjoyed the twist in this movie. One of the great cast as well. And then we have Infested, Invasion of the Killer Bugs. Um, we have In the Mouth of Madness with Sam Neill. Haven't seen it yet. This one I made myself, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I just had the actual DVD. I didn't have a case for it, so I had to make one. Have yet to see that. I know it's from the late 70s, though. We have the It remake, It Chapter 1, or just It from 2017. Really like this movie. Um, a recent review of mine for December, Jack Frost. Not the one with Michael Keaton. This is the horror version, so yeah, it was weird. Of course, how can you not have Jaws, the classic, the original, just absolutely classic. Um, Jennifer's Body with Megan Fox and Amanda Seyfried, the unrated version. I have to give this one a rewatch. I've only seen it once. I wasn't overly blown away by it. Krampus, of course, which was also included with my December review series. Thought it was good. Um, Quiet On, which is an Asian, I believe, Asian horror anthology movie. Have yet to watch it. Um, Mak- Makase Kobayashi. That's a film by him, but heard it's really good, so I'm excited to check that out. And then another horror anthology, Little Deaths, the unrated version, which I have yet to watch. On to the next row, we have Maniac Cop from the 80s. We have Midsommar or Midsummer. I've heard people pronounce it both ways. Haven't seen this yet. I know it's pretty polarizing, so I'll be interested to see what side I come down on it. I have a double feature of the original My Bloody Valentine and April Fool's Day, both from the 80s. I believe My Bloody Valentine 1981 and 1986 for April Fool's Day. I have yet to watch these, believe it or not. So I've got a lot of watching to do here. Another horror anthology, Nightmare Cinema. A fairly recent one, I think from like 4 or 5 years ago. I want to say it's from 2015. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Um, Night of the Creeps from 1986, just the classic 80s horror. Um, Another classic, we have George Romero's Night of the Living Dead from, I believe, 1968, the old black and white version. This is a really good movie. Um, Night Train to Terror, I have here on this kind of unique set here. Um, Well, this is actually a Blu-ray. I didn't even realize that. Oh well, I included it with my DVDs. Night Train to Terror, but I have it on Blu-ray, so I learned something new. P2, which is another movie I reviewed last month as part of my holiday Christmas review. Really good suspense. Pet Cemetery remake. I got it off of like a $2 bin. I actually haven't seen it yet. I heard it's pretty crappy, so we'll see what I think when I watch it. Um, then I have the original Phantasm from the late 70s, I believe, and also its sequel, Phantasm 2 from the 80s. Have yet to watch these movies. Um, Plan 9 from Outer Space in color. This is an older movie, first time in color. Have yet to watch this one. Looks like kind of a cheesy sci fi horror movie. Prince of Darkness, John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness. Still in its wrapping, so I haven't seen that one yet. Um, the original Prom Night with Jamie Lee Curtis and Leslie Nielsen. I enjoy this. I think this is a pretty good slasher, early 80s slasher. Uh, Pumpkinhead from 1988, I believe. I reviewed this in October as part of that Halloween series. Really good effects in that movie. A recent pickup for me is Wreck. Um, yeah, I'm interested to see this one. I haven't. I believe it's a Spanish horror film, but I definitely want to watch this one. Just got it. Um, you can't actually see that, but this is Resident Evil Apocalypse. It doesn't have any writing on it, but oh, there you go. If you don't, just in case you don't believe me, this was actually part of like a bunch of DVDs that I got as part of a pack. So that's the only Resident Evil movie that I own. And then, of course, we have the classic original Saw, which is the only Saw movie that I currently have in my collection. Yeah, what can you say about Saw Classic? And then getting into the S's, the very beginning of them anyway, I have Sanitarium, which is a horror anthology movie. Have yet to watch it. It sounds and looks really good, though. Um, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I reviewed this as part of my October Halloween series. And then I have Scary or Die, which I believe is another horror anthology movie that I have yet to watch. And then finally, for this video, my last movie is another horror anthology. This is a horror comedy anthology series, basically Scare Package, which was a Shudder original. That's where I watched it for the first time. Just a really fun horror anthology film. Very lighthearted and humorous, but definitely a lot of blood and gore in it too. So yeah, so that's my part two of my horror collection video, part two of my horror DVDs as part of my collection. So a couple more videos to come, part three of my DVDs, and then I'm going to do my horror books and horror TV series yet before the end of the month. So hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the like button and the little notification bell below. So you don't miss when those videos will be dropping here in the next week or two. Please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my great horror content. But thank you for watching. Have a great day. Stay scared. Bye.